How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I want to just kind of talk a little bit more about the evolution of Android and the future of it right now, as well as the future of Pixels. And man, was there a lot just pretty much like dumped on us yesterday at the Android show at I/O 2026. This year was a little bit different when it came to the show in itself. We really didn't have the old school style keynote where there was just a stage and people came up little by little to just tell us a little bit about the advancements in like various different departments of Google regarding, software and software engineering. And, before I deep dive into all that, if you guys enjoy these types of videos from just some guy that just really likes following mobile tech and likes talking about it, that's why you should subscribe. So go ahead and click that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss video uploads, and hit the thumbs up because that greatly helps. And watch this video all the way through. If you don't really have the time, bookmark it, come back later and watch it all the way through because that really is the best way to support the channel. So as like I said, the Android show just pretty much dumped a whole bunch of stuff on us, okay? And I just kind of want to spend a few moments on each of the categories and give you guys my thoughts on it because this is really big for Android. Like if you think back, if you're someone who's used Android in the very early stages, right? Alpha stage, beta stage, cupcake, donut, eclair, froyo, gingerbread, honeycomb, and the list goes on, then you know just how big this is. I mean, we were already getting big changes from, bringing in the tensor processors and the conversion from like Google Now to Google Assistant to Gemini, and now the upcoming Gemini Intelligence. And Gemini Intelligence is going to spider into everything, and it's a good thing, but it's also a thing that people are afraid of. And whether you think it's funny that people are afraid of it, you kind of do have to honor their fear. We have seen things in the past that, people have quote unquote kind of gave us a reality check of what having AI in our day-to-day lives would be like. We are seeing posts on social media where people are showing examples of where AI and robotics is taking away jobs and job security. So when people see like Gemini Intelligence, which is, the name of the more advanced and involved form of Gemini, is spidered into everything, it gets a bit scary. Gemini Intelligence gives you the ability, like say, you go in your Google Keep or whatever note app you have and you start jotting down lists, like items that you create a grocery list. Gemini Intelligence, being as advanced as it is, allows you now to open up that list later on. You can long press on it and it's going to give you different options, including add items to, the cart. Like say, you're a frequent shopper on the Walmart app or whatever grocery chain app, right? And, they have like a pick up and go or drive up and go, whatever it's called. They have something like that. So you can order your items, they collect your items, they bag your items, and then you pull up when you're ready and you park and they bring it out to your vehicle and load your vehicle. And, so maybe you don't like shopping inside because you don't want a lot of human interaction. So you can long press on your grocery list, basically choose for it to load the items in the cart and check out. And if you have your payment method pretty much set up with like those apps and everything like that, then it'll take care of that. These are things that you can actually do on your phone now, a lot more further than, advanced than Duplex that they demoed several years ago. Like Gemini Intelligence, making things a lot easier for people. People find that to be great and they're excited about it. But they're also nervous about just how much information it is going to collect from people in order to execute these tasks in a more natural but, speedy way, basically. And so it's really just coming down to that. And whether we like it or not, people want to fight the system or not, the advancements in moving forward into AI is going to happen no matter what we say. A lot of businesses are accepting of it. A lot of people are utilizing it, and it's being taught in schools to students. Students are actually being taught how to use it, to rely on it, to find information for them. Little by little, the things that we would do are being slowly taken away from us, and that is something to be scared of. And even just your willingness and ability to just break away from all technology, put your phone down, close your laptop, and just be you. And that is the strongest tool that you have to secure yourself, so that way you're not always heavily reliant on AI, so you don't lose any gifted abilities or just any of the basic things that we grew up knowing how to do. If you're afraid that you're going to become lazy minded and things like that, then yeah, just unplug from the matrix. That's what I say. Another thing that I thought was pretty interesting that they touched base with is their partnership with Instagram. Now, several years back, a lot of people used to complain with the social platform Snapchat, how, you know, on iPhones, if you took a snap on Snapchat, it looked far better and had a much better resolution than Android devices could produce. And it was later discovered that when you use Snapchat on an iPhone and you launch the camera to take a snap, it was actually using your camera to take that snap. And on the Android side of things, you would, you know, try to take a snap. But rather than it using your actual camera to take that photo, what it did was it used your camera to get a visual of what you're pointing and what the subject is that you're going to shoot. But it actually took a screenshot, not actually a photo from the camera. And so years after, you know, Pixel had this really good, you know, partnership with Snap, and things got better for Snapchat users on Android using Pixels. I feel like that's kind of like what they're doing today with Instagram. Their partnership with Meta allows them to do a little bit more things, and this works out great for Instagram influencers and content creators on Instagram, because now you're going to be able to take more high resolution photos, more high res videos, and better stability video movements, you know, as well as, you know, access to editing tools through Instagram Edits, which allows you to edit your reels, which is just, you know, short form content, but allowing you more capabilities and more ways to just make your content pop. But anyways, yeah, so, you know, we heard a little bit about that. And then, of course, you know, Android 17 updates and security updates, they talked a bit about that too, you know, and the big reveal of the Googlebook that, you know, everyone is now starting to talk about. There's tons of videos popping up here on social platforms. And they're really just talking about this new laptop with a new operating system on it. And the operating system is primarily based Android. And so that's why they said that Android is no longer just an operating system, it's an intelligent system, because coupled with Gemini Intelligence, you have this software that is completely different from ChromeOS. Like, it is just beyond what I was expecting it to be. And sadly, the Pixelbook Go and previous Pixelbooks aren't going to be able to be capable of running this. Like, some older, you know, Chromebooks that are like powerful enough to would be able to get the update, and they will be updated to this new software. But on the Pixelbook Go, they said that it's probably not going to come to it, just because the hardware, like the processor chip and everything, is not powerful enough to run this. So what it really tells me is that this operating system is going to do a lot more than what we're used to on just Chromebooks and stuff like that, which is insane and crazy, but good, because we've been wanting something like this as a competitor to like MacBooks. And a lot of the demos that they showed what the Googlebook can do is absolutely just really cool. Being able to access your device without having to have some like paired up Bluetooth thing happening or whatever, right? You can access your apps on your Pixel phone from the Googlebook and be able to do what you need to do from your phone without having to pick your phone up and unlock it and go through all the steps and everything launching an app. You can do it all from the Googlebook while multitasking and doing what you were doing on the Googlebook in the first place. And you know, this makes sense of why they shut down Stadia, why they took one of the quintessential things about Stadia. And it seems like that, you know, they're integrating these things to make things just a lot more better, a lot more user-friendly, and a lot easier to achieve things that you're trying to get done throughout the day, giving you even more capable tools for increasing your ability to multitask throughout the day. And that is a good look. That is a good look. That's a good watch. That's a good thing. I fully support it. But again, it just kind of goes back to the whole thing that people are afraid of, the fear behind Gemini Intelligence, the fear behind AI in general, like the autofill, feature that I was talking about, right? Like any documents or forms and stuff like that seem, very similar, right? Obviously, right? Like your first name, last name, date of birth, and all that other stuff. It'll be able to autofill that for you. And so that's why people are kind of scared, because one, it makes things easier, but two, it knows your information, and that's what people are scared of. I understand the fear in that. I'm not gonna tell people that having that fear is dumb or anything like that. I'm gonna tell the truth. Yeah, the fear is, it is what it is, and it's a legitimate fear. As this evolves and the security around it evolves, and who knows, we may get some of the most tightest security ever that could assure people that their information is safe. But the one rule that I always live my life by is that nothing is sacred on the internet. So if you even remotely think just for 1 second that all your stuff, your videos, your pictures, your info is 100% locked in a vault safe, then you're living in a bubble of delusion. And for the future of Android, it has gotten a lot powerful. It's gotten a lot powerful. And it's kind of scary, but kind of cool at the same time, right? And the future of Pixel phones, for all those people who wondered if Pixel was ever going to go to the Google graveyard, it's not happening, because Pixel is the vessel. More and more people are on their smartphones today, so Pixel is the vessel. And yeah, it is what it is on that. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed what I had to say in this video, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you made it all the way through here, hashtag Gemini Intelligence, so I know you made it this far to the video. Thanks for checking it out, and I'll talk to you guys later.